Okay, we're good.
Okay, welcome everybody to Adventures in Kal'Jaru.
We're alive!
Yes, 1 second. Doesn't need to have eerie music. Yet. So,
Wait, are we
we
starting?
haven't done this session in a while. So, to get back into character, Russell, give us our question.
Okay.
Remember to say your name and then your answer.
I forgot to do that.
Wait, our
Character
real
name.
name? Oh,
Your character name.
Probably both.
Just character name.
Specific.
Yes, character. It's fine. Okay. What is one super specific museum you would visit? Not necessarily one that exists in real life, but just a random museum your character
I know
would
what
visit.
I would visit.
Okay, we'll start with Iziana.
Okay, so I'm Iziana Telbane. I would visit the Museum of Pointy Sharp Things.
Who could have saw it coming?
Okay, Saphira.
I am Saphira. I would visit the Museum of Dismembered Body Parts.
I was gonna say the Egyptian Museum of Mummies and Skeletons.
I'd visit a pyramid.
Or one with all the two-headed animals that are on side.
Hydras.
Okay, Pacha.
Pachapoli. I would probably visit the Museum of Round Things.
Like cookies.
Just anything round.
Oh, you are like a bug.
The dimmer, the better.
He's not a bug.
Oh, no. The more bright, the better. So it'd definitely be during the daytime. The moment it starts turning nightfall, I'm out of there.
I meant armadillo, not a bug.
Roly poly.
I was gonna say, he's a roly-poly.
Except for very giant.
I'm a giant roly-poly with only 2 arms.
That's terrifying.
I got 2 arms. I don't know how it's supposed to work out.
Galen?
You say your name. Yes, I play Galen. Galen isn't really a big fan of museums. He might as well go read the books about the museums.
He'd be the one reading all the placards.
Yeah, he's the guy that walks through the museum, reads all the plaques. The difference is he actually does it really fast and just memorizes the plaques instead
So
of
he's
just reading
speed
them.
walking through the museum while everyone else is like, I didn't even read any of it yet.
Did you remember the... No?
I didn't
Wow,
even
did you
see that.
So
know?
he'll do. He would be the guy that does the one quick lap of the museum and then leads a tour of the museum afterwards.
So you mean the little kid walked through it and then leaves
Are
the
my
museum?
fears.
Yeah.
Because the little kid just runs straight through it, but you're gathering the knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is
So
that where me
that's
and Roll are?
he's not a big museum guy.
Okay.
Connie is similar to Izzy, except for it's not just sharp things, it's more of just things that were buried in the dirt and are sharp and shiny, so, you know.
She'd be at the Mineral Museum.
Archaeology
Yeah.
Museum.
The genealogy or
The
the
digging in the
geography.
dirt museum.
Yeah, the dig. We found it in the dirt
You,
museum.
you would be in the kids' sandbox corner.
Yeah! Getting all the shiny things.
Getting all the shiny rocks from the kids.
Look what I found. She's like, bloop.
That's why.
Comes out with a bulging pouch of things. You can only have 10.
I did count 10.
I only have one
About
pocket.
10 times.
Like 10. I have 10 bags.
I got 1 pocket here, 9 pockets over here.
My friends would
Okay.
come with me.
That's pretty good. Okay. So, last we left off, you guys fought 12 technically syndicate members and brought.
Is that really that many?
Yes, there was 12.
I lost count after the first half died
Yes.
immediately.
You guys dropped 6 in the first round, and I was like,
Oh.
good thing there's 6 more coming. And then Pacha starts throwing the table, and I'm like,
Well,
you know what? Those 6 ain't gonna matter. But you guys wrecked 12 of their members, brought 10 of them to Ovis in exchange for William's body. As Pacha started carrying William off, William
Started laughing.
And revealed that he wasn't actually dead. And that him and Ovis had made this intricate, complicated plan to resurrect him so that he could join the syndicate.
What are you doing? How could you?
She's eating a
Broadway here.
child.
Lick.
No, not even that. It's a chop out in the middle.
William did the dramatic Mulan reveal.
Yes. I'm actually a woman. What? No, he's not a zombie. But he bid you guys farewell after giving you
Paperwork.
some paperwork to do. Galen took it to the guild, and
I thought I took the paperwork.
you both went.
Oh, we both.
But you
have
both
some?
went to the guild, and they said they would file it away
And we registered Sophia.
and take it, file it tomorrow, since it was getting late. So, you guys return to your manor, and that is where we pick up. But before that happens, for the surprise, I recently listened to the epic saga
Oh.
and decided, why not?
But who's that creeping through the foggy night? Guiding casts a spell, his magic shines bright. Izzy Anna's quick with her blade in hand. They're the elf siblings, the best in the land. Hachi's got the armor, he's the tank on the scene. Connie plays the trickster, sly and lean. Together they're a team with a cunning plan. They'll solve the mystery no matter where they stand. Through the shadows, the truth they'll win. It's Guylan, Izzy, Pacha too, and Connie's always got a clever move. On the run, chasing villains till the job is done. One thing's for sure, they'll see it through. You can't outsmart the haunted castle, a secret door. Clues are scattered across the floor. Galen's chanting, the runes align. Izzy strikes fast, it's solving time. Pacha rolls in with a mighty spin. Connie's got a grin, let the chase begin. Villains may hide, but they've met their match. Mystic Crew's here, and they're on the catch. Through the shadows, the truth they'll win. It's Guylan, Izzy, Pacha too, and Connie's always got a clever move. On the run, chasing villains till the job is done. One thing's for sure, they'll see it through. You can't outsmart the wind. We're sneaking through the dark. The stakes are high. Mission impossible. Vibes electrify. With a twist, a spin, they'll uncover the plot. Will skills the villains do not. Through the shadows, the truth they'll win. It's Guylan, Izzy, Pacha too, and Connie's always got a clever move. On the run, chasing villains till the job is done. One thing's for sure, they'll see it through. You can't outsmart the wind.
I'm going to be putting that on repeat. Probably
When I
5 weeks
first
straight.
When I first made it, I listened to it for 3 hours straight. But that is not the only announcement I have. So, you guys finished the first arc, so I made a whole album. And so, over the next week, each song will be coming out each day.
I know the new playlist that I'm going to be listening to now.
So, as a hype you up, I will give you the names of the album. So the album is Williams Crew. So you'll see that on our YouTube channel. The theme song is Williams Crew. Song 2 is Meet the Crew, is an introduction song. After that, you have The Trapped Manor, Death of a Legend, Beastly Haven, The Demon's Deal, A Bag of Coins I Want to Spend, What the Foot, and Reunion. So Saphira has her own song.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to that
So
one the
ready.
most.
So that one will come out on Thursday.
Oh, that better
I
be
am
a
so
banger.
excited.
Oh, it's so good. All of them are really good.
You really outdone yourself.
That is amazing.
So that is my plan. Is as we continue with this session, I will turn it into like an epic saga.
Oh,
Nice.
How did you do that?
A lot of AI.
we should do that for all the rest of our
Impressed.
Yes, I think that'd be a lot of fun. It's just a lot of typing and a lot of work because one of the songs I had to pretty much write half the lyrics myself because AI just could not figure out what I wanted,
It's like
and I suck at rhyming.
I just hope it doesn't
help,
accidentally
let me know.
swear.
But if you
Like
guys
the-
have lyrics
we
you
can
want,
edit
I can put 3,000 lyrics into a song.
I have an idea, but this is...
What?
The Foster reunion is.
Mm.
I don't know. There's a scheduled date for the reunion?
It's always the first weekend in August, isn't it? But is it like the first Saturday or the first like full week?
Wait for the email.
I
Okay.
just wait for that email.
Alan,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to put the steps in
Really?
one of them.
Someone's trying to schedule something and I
Okay.
don't know what to tell them.
Just
You
sing the
absurdity.
spouse.
It's
It's just straight the spouse. You just enter that in.
Oh
You
boy.
can only have 3,000 characters.
That would be a 7-hour song if you sing the spouse.
Yes, it's a long one. Okay.
I haven't actually
That's
seen
not
the
one.
document.
So,
I have purposely ignored it. Every single character has denounced the spouse.
okay. So, with that, now that you guys are all pumped up,
Oh my god.
That was awesome.
like I said, you guys were not ready for that.
No.
Alan has been
It
like.
even has an awesome album cover.
Yeah, it is an awesome album cover.
You can look at it now on YouTube. It is so dope.
Alan's been giddy with excitement all week. He's
All
like,
week.
I have a surprise! He was like, as excited as I get. And I'm like, who are
I'll look
you?
at trying to get that on the YouTube music.
Oh, yes.
So, what I can do is put it on Anchor, so then we can listen to it on just about any podcast network.
Listening anywhere.
So, like Apple Music, you can listen to it on.
Yeah, but then it'll be under the podcast section instead of the music section.
You just
we'll look
Google it. I don't look at podcasts and music. I just look at by album or by artist. But yes, I'm excited for that.
That's so cool.
That's sweet. I've always wanted to do that, but we all
It's
know.
not cheap.
We all know who the Driven brother is.
Yes, it's not cheap.
You also
Okay.
know who has more time.
Yeah.
I did most of it at work.
Exactly.
So, you guys wake up in your manor.
Oh. What
Oh.
do we do about the rooming situation?
There's extra rooms.
Okay.
There's like
Okay. Cool.
8 rooms. I can't remember. Like, there's a lot.
I'm in William's room.
I'm gonna start laying out all the
Let's be
stuff
honest.
I got.
Katja needs to be in William's room.
Yeah,
he has
he's
the piece of
around.
bed.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lay out all the stuff that I took from his desk,
Okay, yes.
and I'm gonna start reading through it.
Reading through it, there's not any like there's a diagram. It's mostly just like all of the components to construct that box. And then like it just like describes the resurrection spell and where it needs to be placed and how to set like the timer that activates the resurrection spell. Things like that. But after he took the box back, you got like a few shavings and some like little pieces and then his tools. So you got like his screwdriver, a small little hammer, mallet thing, things like that. So that's what you have. Galen, as you wake, you notice a paper has been slid under your door.
I shall examine the paper.
You look at the paper, and it says, "I have left a box for you in my study."
Ah, perfect. I shall burn the paper and go down.
Soon after, there's just a whole shoved papers just like cramped underneath the door when he tries to open it.
Oh, trying to get all the stuff into the study.
So it's all at once, and just book it back to my room.
By the time you get there, there's just like a clump of papers trying to be shoved underneath the door.
Actually, I'll collect all the papers and then bring it into this study. Just like flattening everything out. Oh boy, this is above my pay grade.
You're getting paid? Just kidding.
What do you need, bud?
You can sit on the couch quiet or go back upstairs.
So you guys all have a nice breakfast. Galen, what you find in the study is a fairly large box.
Kelly has a baby.
Yeah, Michael, you need to be upstairs.
Yes, you're the babysitter. So you find a large box of like several binders.
Upstairs.
Okay, but you find a box. It's got like several binders in it. It's got like a paper on it that says training for investigators. It looks like it looks like he had created this like training program for new investigators because he knew that he was gonna fake his death. So he was getting it all prepped so that the guild can have the information. The note also says for the guild. And then there are 5 small pouches, like money pouches. And a little note that says help yourself. So each pouch has 25 silver and 50 copper.
I guess I'll share.
He's over there grabbing all the copper out. Nobody wants this. What?
Write that down.
Yes.
You said 25 silver and
Yes.
50 copper.
I mean, 50 is greater than 25, so you have to
Okay, you guys go to breakfast and
Daddy, how do I type in? Oh, I have to double tap.
yeah. And you have some a really nice, let's say, French toast for breakfast.
Awesome. It's done in.
Yes, and it is phenomenal. Huge stack for she cooked an entire loaf for Pancho.
Probably need 3.
I need 2 more.
Is this normal for him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Saphira, you come down from the upstairs
It's
and
where half the budget goes.
yes. And there is a huge dining room table, like way bigger than you guys need.
And it's all slanted.
Like there's over a dozen chairs.
Okay, I'm not looking for the poltergeist.
Oh, okay. And Blossom is the maid. She is a
More like a housekeeper.
she's more of a housekeeper, but she is a half elf, half anthropomorphic cat.
Just like
I don't remember that.
It was the first session you wouldn't. That was back in October.
For some reason, I thought she was just human.
No,
No, she has cat ears or just a tail?
she has cat ears and a cat tail.
No.
Or is that a
Connie is
raccoon?
Connie is straight up raccoon.
Picture Rocket the raccoon. That's what Connie is.
Oh, okay.
Except
Except
for taller.
Less feral.
And less mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you guys have breakfast, and what would you like to do?
Since it's,
Food. Eat more food.
since it's my first time in the mansion, whatever this is, I'm gonna go explore and see what.
I'll give you a tour. Let's see if I remember all the rooms.
After
I do.
yesterday, I think I just want to kind of take it easy because that was a lot of emotional
We've had
Roller coaster.
roller coaster.
I don't know. I'm looking at whatever scrolls or whatever he left
So
me.
maybe
The
I'm
training
gonna go-
regimen box.
Sit and read a book, or is there like a nice outdoor area like yard garden?
Yeah, there's a yard.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of spend time around the house in the yard, trying to emotionally recuperate.
So first of all, we start in the dining room, and then I take her over to the kitchen and point under the fridge and say, "Don't clean under there."
Okay.
Well,
Well, No, don't clean up. And then,
Can I ask why?
yeah,
Do I want to know why?
it's just an eyeball.
Oh yeah.
Your masters, one of your masters' arcade eyes is under the fridge.
Oh. Okay.
And then I think the stairs are somewhere off the kitchen to the training rooms.
We have a
Woo!
map
First
somewhere.
guess! I got it. Okay. So, top floor.
Should have
Yes.
pulled out the digital thing just so we could pull the manor map, apparently.
So there are 8 bedrooms upstairs. And then there's 1 empty bedroom downstairs. Yes. So there's the dining room. You come down the stairs, there's the dining room in front of you, and then you go back around, and there's the stairs that go down into the basement. In the basement, you have 2 shooting ranges, an alchemist room, a smithing room, a bomb testing room, a very large bathroom, and then 2 observation rooms with a secret entrance just off of that.
So I'll leave the spear down and be
Oh,
like,
I guess there's a sand pit too.
that one is one of Izzy's favorite rooms. And that's the other one of Izzy's favorite rooms. And that's another one of Izzy's
Are
favorite
they all
rooms.
pointy things rooms?
It's the shooting ones and then the bathroom.
Oh.
And yeah. So we train here, or we can. We haven't done much training recently. But we've been busy.
There's a can and do it. They're 2 different things.
And if you need something to go boom, you go over here.
Yes. So, Galen. Galen, you look through the books, and it's talking about like a specialization for different investigators, and the different ways of training each type of investigator. That's pretty much what they are.
Lame-o.
Yes. It's not so much scrolls as just like a training regimen.
Memorize the books.
Yes, it says take to the guild.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I can memorize them first.
Yes. So you go through and memorize all of them. It takes you a little while, but you take your time.
That speed reading is.
Right, you definitely could. Okay, so yes, you give her the tour of the house. Oh, I guess there's technically an attic too. I don't have that one mapped out though.
It's probably just
It's just a big open
storage
room.
and open space.
Anybody up there?
Our kids.
Oh, locked outside?
Yeah.
We do the deadbolts.
Yeah, you can do the deadbolts on all the doors so they can't open them as easy.
Oh, they know how to open the things.
Okay. So, you guys all take it pretty easy today. Just trying to soak in the fact that William isn't actually dead. He was dead in your minds for like 2 weeks.
It's okay, I
And now
haven't
he's-
gotten over the denial stage, so we're good.
Now he is alive, and now you've got to recope with that.
I'm
Speaking
still
of
trying
which,
to process
that is one of the
how-
saddest songs I've ever listened to.
What?
Death of a Legend. William's death song. Oh my gosh. When I read the lyrics, I started crying, and then I generated the song, and I was bawling like a baby trying to drive heavy equipment. I was like, this is a terrible idea. At night.
Is this similar to Death of a Bachelor?
No.
Sad.
Way sadder. It's so epic at the same time. Okay, but you guys take your break for a little while. When do you head to the guild?
And do you take any vacations?
Wait, I read the papers that I had at some point. Was I supposed to read them or just do something with them? I don't remember much about these papers.
Yes.
What were they?
It says that you guys needed to go to the guild to receive your like badges
Oh,
to
that's all they
indicate
said?
pretty much.
Oh, okay.
It was him saying that you guys are ready to be full investigators and that you guys are going to take on a new apprentice, Saphira.
Okay, so those are the papers that I had.
Yes.
So I guess I don't really need to read them beforehand.
No.
Yeah, I guess as long as it doesn't take me all day to read the books, I guess I'll just
It takes you a good couple hours, unless you have the speed read.
Yeah, probably. What level?
Huh?
Is it level 1?
I don't remember.
And what is it under?
It's arcane.
That really doesn't tell me.
Speed read, level 1.
Which?
Arcane.
Arcane?
Yes, arcane.
I didn't know there was a difference between arcane and just arcane.
Well, there's the arcane magic, and then there's the arcane plane.
There's the
So, like, there's the nature magic, and then there's the nature plane.
Gotcha.
Let's see, I can swap out some spells for that.
Okay.
Sure, wait, what? Why do I have Summon Spirit? I'm not 2 levels in Arcane, am I? Frick, I'm 2 levels in Arcane! That's why I have Summon Spirit. I'll ditch that one and pick up this one. 1 second.
Okay.
I will have Speed Read.
Okay, you speed read through everything. You just absorb it all within an hour.
Second day,
Easily.
I just wandered to the guild.
Well,
The first day you guys are gonna make it
First
to
day,
the
I'll take you guys to the. I'll lead everyone to the
Oh,
guild
okay.
after I've read the books.
You guys are teaching this wrong. I read the books.
Memorize.
You're supposed to go this way, not
The
this
thing
way.
is that speed read allows you to comprehend everything you read, but I don't necessarily need that because I
Memorize.
automatically memorize
You can
whatever
pull it back
I
up
read.
wherever you
So
want.
Yes. So you all make your way to the guild to get her signed up as your guys' apprentice, to get your guys' apprenticeship taken away and become full-fledged investigators. I was like, I don't remember what I called them. Okay, so they start processing you guys in. They're like, okay,
Is it like the DMV where there's terrible lines and you call your number?
there's a lot, and you guys are a pretty high priority since you're Williams' crew.
With crew.
Yes, you're Williams' crew.
That note that we have is the already registered online, and that's our time.
I mean, you guys answer to the High Seeker himself. Like, that is your boss. Like, you don't have a hierarchy. It is you and then him. Everybody else, it's like
teenage raccoon.
there's a city watchers, seekers, then the High Seeker. So you guys bypass so much.
I didn't
You
realize
guys-
we were so special.
You guys don't have authority.
no, we have no authority. We just happen to act outside of the infrastructure of the whole
Yes.
the rest of the system.
You like
people.
people will give you information, like they are required to like give you the information because that's your job, but you can't order anybody around. That is not your job.
So there's nobody under us.
No, there's no. Well, Saphira is under you.
Now, seems like way too many people to mention one
So the
person.
line is just really short. Instead of like them.
Well, instead of there being a
us.
line for us, we go to the receptionist of the boss of the entire
Yes.
place.
You go up
So
to the
we walk past
receptionist
everyone.
and
And I'm stuck in line.
she,
you're with
she
us.
looks up. Oh, yes, let me get you in. Writes down, walks into the other room, comes back out. Okay, he will see you now.
Perfect.
Our faces are just VIP tickets.
Literally.
Well, with a face like mine, who could turn it away?
Don't you mean the size of mine?
Sure.
You're just massive. You take up a room.
I walk
so-
in, everyone looks back. Ugh.
We heard him from a mile away.
Start going through, and everyone just splits.
Part the human seed.
I have
Okay, so you guys meet High Seeker Wayne Creel.
Such a cool name.
It is a pretty cool name. He is a male human, pretty old. Yes, he's not really old. He's in his 50s. But as somebody who oversees the entire country, it weighs on him.
Do you realize that our parents are in their 50s?
Yes, but they don't run a country.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the prophet.
Yeah.
The prophet, when they're first called, looks very young, and then by the time, like 3 years down the road, it looks like they're showing their age
Right.
times 7.
Right.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of prophets are being the prophet for like 20 years or more.
No.
Some of them.
Some like 7.
Some of them are only like 2 years, but some of them are longer.
Only 2
Like
years.
7, 8 years. Okay. Because I've had 3 prophets in my lifetime. I'm only 28. So.
Okay, 10 years.
I also have 2 prophets.
Yes. So, he looks up from his desk and, yeah, he's just all tired. Oh, hello. Pushes his paperwork aside.
Paperwork.
Yes, how may I help you? She said that you were in to visit with me, and I heard that you had found some paperwork in William's office promoting you.
Yes.
Wait,
so
was it-
here's that. Also, here's some books.
Wait, and I pull out the papers that I have for him too.
Yes. He grabs the books. He said he was going to get this to us like a week ago. And then he died.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you die.
I'm glad you found these. We've been wanting these, and now we can train new investigators. I hope you guys don't have anything this week, because
Schedule's clear.
this is your new regiment.
Yes.
Hands it off to like a carrier. He's just like, okay, this is gonna be a lot of running. He like runs off through the guild to go give the manuals to the trainers so that they can learn them, so that they can teach you guys.
I skimmed it this morning.
Then I'm sure you have that we have Galen's stamp of approval on Master William's legacy.
Of course. But, Pacha, don't worry about it. Your head's hurting.
Yep.
But
And then he grabs he's just like watching you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Looks at it. Saphira,
That
what is that?
Oh, the foot?
Yes, what is that?
Yes,
that is
foot.
what?
It's a foot.
His name's what?
What?
That's
A
what the foot.
It's sentimental.
Okay. Not normal to have necromancers in our midst, but William was eccentric. He like starts signing of the papers.
She was quite helpful in our last investigation.
Yes, I read the report. Well done, busting the syndicate hideout. I would ask how you do it, but it would probably go over my head.
actually, the table would have probably smacked you in the face.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have another cookie.
At this point, everyone just knows that you just don't listen to Pacha.
Or you carry a lot of cookies.
Blossom has started making like a pouch of cookies for you guys to just take on your road with you.
She's not quite sure why. But Connie is all of a sudden needed 20 cookies a day.
You're not the small one.
That's too many times I can make her say have a cookie so I can get past 20. I'm at 2.
I'm at 2. Well, I am grateful for your guys' help. I'm still sorry for William's loss.
Yeah,
But
it was
the thing
rough
about
on us
William-
all.
Cookie.
Yes. But, good job getting his body back to the grave.
Yep. Cookie.
So, William arranged for a fake body, one of the syndicate members, to be, like, put an illusion on him and put in his grave. So they reburied him this morning. Even though it was just a syndicate member that you guys had killed earlier.
Was it the one who got the table smashed through?
No, it was probably the one with an arrow through his head.
Ah.
Yeah, the one that was clean through.
The one that didn't have mangled body parts. Be hard to make an illusion around that.
I mean,
A little bit.
So, thank you, and good luck with your training over the next few days. And if we have any missions, we might have one. We've got some people we've got our eyes on that we'll definitely have you take a look at. But for now, nothing too serious.
before we go, what sits up on the desk kind of freaks him out a little bit.
Oh, Foot stands on the desk.
Yes.
It's over there just like moving the papers and like tapping them.
Playing
It's
with
like,
the.
Nope. Okay. Thank you for brightening my day. It's always good to see familiar faces. Let me know if you need anything, and good luck.
Thank you. We will, I guess, head to the training ground or something.
You guys start walking off, and you kind of look back, and he just goes back to reading his papers, signing stuff.
Can't we just share with him all the stuff we know about William?
No, Pacha.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right.
That's confidential.
In your papers that he gave you, I forgot this part in my notes. I got so busy doing other things that I didn't write very good notes for this session. So in one of the books, as you were skimming through it, he knew you well. A paper falls out that says, "Galen, do not trust anyone. There is a mole among the guild. I will try to get rid of him. But until then, don't trust anyone."
Said that, don't you mean armadillo?
You look around and there's this mole man walking around and it's like,
There
No.
By anyone, does he mean like in our little
No,
group here?
outside of the group.
He handpicked us specifically.
Yeah.
Brain,
Pacha.
the sharps, the other part of the brain, the collector, and
The muscle.
The brawn.
that
That was
The trap maker.
the trap maker.
unintentional trap maker.
Okay.
Brady Diller.
So, you guys go to the training rooms where Saphira, they sit you down and go through a very large book of rules and protocol and all this stuff.
But somehow I passed it.
Yes.
So if I can pass it,
You realize
can
that
pass
we,
it.
while
not.
with you, have broken basically every
Every rule.
In the last day.
Yes.
Once again, that's my encouragement. If I can pass it, you can pass it.
That's encouraging.
Everyone else in the room, how did he pass that?
So,
William pulled a lot of strings.
you go through all of the protocol stuff, get taught some basics on like how to look for things, how to like basics of fighting. But you show them your foot and your dog, and they're just like, okay, yeah, no.
We got it.
Yeah, got it. Okay. The rest of you go into your specialist training. So, which ones did you choose?
Did you have any options?
Who
I
wants
was
to go
wondering for me.
They chose number 5.
You chose number 5. Okay. So, you become an Inquisitor.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. So, Isyana the Inquisitor. Pacha,
The only thing that doesn't require any type of thinking.
the Enforcer. Galen.
I'll go.
With her going Inquisitor, now it opens up some stuff.
Well, the thing is that we have another person that could go Arcanist.
True.
But will she?
For now, I don't have that option.
She'd probably
No.
do more infiltrator.
Well, she's good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She'd probably be tracker.
For now, I don't have that option.
Not at the
I
moment.
think she could probably go with the
Or
top
analyst.
One. Yeah, analyst.
Yeah, that's
I'd
probably
either do
what you would
analyst
do.
or
Okay, so which one are you choosing?
I'll go Arcanist.
Okay, so you go
Just to
Arcanist.
be that guy.
That guy. Just be Russell.
Infiltration all the way.
And then Infiltrator.
Just because I kind of want the free spells.
Right. Free spells to see magic. Who wouldn't want it?
Freeze is in like stop. Oh,
Free.
free. Oh,
Free
That's
spells.
Freeze spells. Free spells. Yeah. Okay. So you guys go
And I
through.
actually am level 2 in Arcane, which means I can cast it by using mana.
Yes. Okay. So you guys spend 4 days learning all of those different things. Yes.
What were those spells again?
They're on the thing.
I know.
For Arcanist,
Yeah,
Echoes
4
of the
days of
Past, and
rules.
Magic Sight. One is in Time, and one is in Arcane.
You're gonna have 4
Echoes
days
of
of
the Past
rules.
and magic.
Yay.
Yes. Okay. Saphira, you gain. Do you have any levels in investigation? I mean, in perception. We don't have investigation.
She has 1 level in perception.
1 level in perception. Okay, you gain 2 more levels in perception.
Sweet.
As they are teaching you for the next few days how to figure things out as an investigator. Okay,
Does anything on my sheet change?
not technically, no. You just gain those abilities.
Did you put them on there?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
Okay, you can do that later.
Yes. Just remember that you have advantage on convincing checks and
Oh, you didn't put intimidation on there, by the way.
oh, convincing and intimidation.
Because we all know which one she really wants to use.
Yes.
Pointy.
Convincing or intimidation checks and insight checks.
I'm surprised you don't have razors for ears.
Her ears are
They're pointy.
pointed.
Uh-huh.
She has
I
elf ears.
am
They're
an
pointy.
elf.
Okay, so you guys. I don't need this creepy song right now.
That's what happened when I dealt with a pointy thing.
But
Right here.
Yeah.
at the end of your training,
slashing himself on us.
you are all gathered, and a messenger comes up to you. Yes, I have a mission for you. Well, not me. The High Seeker has a mission for you. You are needed at Valeth the Seer, her home. There's an investigation going on right now, and there's other stuff too, but you will get informed there. And he just turns around and walks off.
Okay.
Wait,
But
is
you
this
guys-
just a random person's house?
You know the Seer. She is one of the most well-known Seer in the country. If anybody wants their future read, they go to her.
Okay.
But you guys make your way there, and there are a good half dozen city watch placed around the house, just standing there waiting. You see.
Wait, why are we here? What's going on?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Oh, they just sent us here and said
Yes.
figure out what's going on?
He said
You
you'll be
told-
informed here.
Okay.
But you see a watcher who's the captain of the city guard here in the cities. But he turns. Yeah, good. I'm glad you guys are here. We don't know a lot. That's what they call you.
I don't know a lot either.
Our job,
Oh, okay.
not his.
What we do know is misfortune has been struck. Everybody who has been coming to the Seer, something happens to them. 2 people have ended up dead. Looks back through his pages. 2 people have been robbed, and 3 people have gone missing.
Oh, boy, that's a lot of missing.
We don't expect you to do all of them. We just need you to figure out what is going on in general. She has never had this bad of luck. and this has all happened within the last several days. Looks around. Between us, I don't know if you are informed, but Seeker Cedric has been murdered in his own home.
Do we know who that is?
He's the guy underneath the High Seeker. So he's like second in command in the city.
We were not informed.
We've been trying to keep it on the low because
It would
in
cost
this last month alone, we have had 2 of the most secure homes broken into and people killed.
Can you turn it into those homes?
No,
No,
Pacha.
But it's for investigation.
So,
She gave you.
I don't know if you are going to be on that case, but most likely.
Okay.
But firstly, learn about the Seer. If she offers to read your future, her track record is not good this week.
I'll keep it in mind.
That's
My-
concerning.
I volunteer as tribute.
Pacha.
Sounds like we should go talk to this Seer lady. This
I
is her
volunteer.
house, right?
Yes.
I go knock on the door.
I'm right behind with my arms.
The City Watch opens the door. Come on in.
It's polite.
They have like tape, police tape. It's watch tape. They have watch tape around.
Does it have eyeballs all over it?
No, but it does have their symbol, which is a bag with an eyeball on it.
So, yes.
So
Yes.
kind of.
Yes, it does.
It just has those ribbons.
What was her name?
Valith Arendoriel.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Okay, do I see her like when we first walk in?
So you walk in, and it's a very lavish home. She is very, very rich. The outside, I forgot to describe the outside of this house. So it's a 2-story building. You know that her seer shop place is on the bottom floor, and then she lives on the top floor. So you guys get there, and on the outside, the entire house is purple. But it almost looks like this swirling. I'm trying to think of.
Marbled?
It's not marble. I'm trying to think of what I've seen. Like, it's one of those little toys. It's like it has like
the
glitter.
shimmer one?
Yeah, like the little
Yeah,
shimmer
shimmer
toys
slime.
that
Oh, yeah,
the slimes.
Like,
So it seriously looks like that. Like everything is in constant motion
oh, yeah.
of like purple sparkles, like everywhere. It
I
is.
think I ate a bad cookie today.
Yeah, it just looks like that.
But you go in and you see a table set up. It's a big circular table with several chairs. It's got like decks of cards there. You see a large like pool of water with a little waterfall going into it. Huge like incense burners.
I start shuffling around the cards.
Is she in this room?
You don't see her at the moment, but you see a couple watchers within the room.
Is there anything like a for service ring the bell situation?
She's probably upstairs.
Probably, yeah.
You guys walk in and the watcher looks over. Shall we go get her for you?
Yes, please.
That was the highest I rolled on a percentile. That was 98.
Ooh.
And so that's why I just started shuffling the cards
Okay.
around.
You start shuffling the cards around. That's all you do?
Set the stack on the table and I wait.
Okay. So, the city watch runs upstairs, and a few minutes later, he comes back down with this absolutely gorgeous woman. You notice right away a faint shimmer around her.
Like a good shimmer or a creepy
A
shimmer?
godling shimmer.
A godling shimmer. So you know she is at least
A demi-ling.
a demiling.
What's a demi?
It's what Galen is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a demigod's child.
Oh, okay.
So Galen is a demigod's son.
Okay.
And this woman is apparently a demigod's daughter.
So does that make her a demi-link too?
No.
No, we have different dads.
They're half siblings.
Perhaps.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Yes.
I'm full. Am I full or half?
You are full of. This woman looks Starkin. She's got the bleach, blondish white hair and extremely fair skin that nearly glows. A little bit of sparkle. But yes, she walks down the stairs. She's got this gorgeous gown on. Welcome. You must be the investigators.
Yes.
I was hoping you would come quickly. I seem to have had some misfortune.
So we've heard. Mind to fill us in on the details?
Yes. Have a seat.
I start lifting up the table before that happens.
You start lifting the table.
To look underneath to see if there's any tricks.
You like grab it and you lift it up. Nope. There's nothing under there. It's just the 4 legs.
You know,
Some of us were sitting at that already.
No, it was right before you guys started sitting down.
So,
It's just the...
You all sit around the table, and she looks at the watchers, and her eyes flash a little bit, and they all just leave. And they close the door on the way out. She's like, now that we have a little bit of privacy.
Do I notice that this woman is like weirdness, or does she just seem human to me?
She's not human. You recognize her as Starkin,
Which is...
an immortal alien.
They
Elf,
look,
but upgraded.
They look like elves, except for glowy.
So
They're just a glowy
like
person to me.
elves from a different planet.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. They are the original elves.
They're
So they
nice.
came down from a different planet, mated with humans, and the elf race was
Okay,
born.
so I don't realize that she's demigod, but I do know that she's
Yes,
Stark.
you know she's Starkin.
How would I see her? Since
You just
I'm-
see a very beautiful elf.
Okay.
I just see a glowing creature.
Yes.
Just because I'm like opposite.
She sits down and looks at the cards. You touch the cards.
I pointed at Pacha.
he likes to touch things.
Organizational issues.
I see. They were organized.
They were scattered.
That's how some people think, you know.
Well, over the
Pacha,
last...
Do we need to point out how many things are on your floor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a lot of rocks. Because a certain someone keeps going into my room and leaves all the dull rocks on my floor.
You like them?
I mean, it's nice. It's a nice gesture, but it's not my fault. Have you seen my cupboard?
Nope, I don't go into people's rooms, Pacha. There tends to be too many sharp things.
I don't have sharp things in my room.
You have
Except
round
for your-
things.
I have very
Except for your
round
knuckles.
things. No,
Your
I,
spiked gauntlets.
He's filed
those
them
are back at home right now.
So,
Exactly, they're in your room.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
so back to
yes.
her.
Over the last few days, I have been seen by several people. I'm sure you have filled in. 3 people missing, 2 people dead, and 2 people robbed.
We have heard.
And these aren't cheap people. I am a very high quality seer.
I can tell.
Well,
So, I do not know why all of my visions are negative. They don't normally go that route.
So do you foresee these individuals' situations and tell them these before they happen?
Yes, they come to me, and I foresee the future, and they are all negative, and they just start happening. And so people are starting to point the finger at me, hiring people to assassinate higher-ups and to rob people. Okay,
ooh. But that's 15.
15? She seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
What kind of people are these?
Do they have anything in common?
Yes,
Besides
that's what
being
I'm trying to
rich.
put together.
They're rich. I cannot give names. I am under oath of
Do they all
not
have
disclosing that
political
information.
positions?
Some of them, yes.
But not all.
Not all. Most of them are just wealthy people, like merchants or people in the government.
Any other common features? I don't know.
No, They're all different races. They're all different walks of life.
What about where they live? Do they
No.
live in a similar geographic location?
The city is about as similar as I can.
They're all from
Pinpoint.
this city.
They're all from the city.
So the killer has to be in the city.
Well deducted.
Thank you, Pasha.
Good job. There.
No cookie.
He was meant
If
to
I
die.
wanted to. I'm such a good boy, too.
Now you want the cookie.
If I were to guess, I would hope that it is the Syndicate. But they think that I am working with the Syndicate.
And between me and you, are you?
No, I'm not working for the Syndicate.
Is that true? Do I know?
You can make an insight check with advantage. Little Miss Interrogator.
It's my favorite thing to do. Just a second. I lost my numbers. Okay, you said insight?
Yes. Oh my gosh, this woman cannot lie to save her life. Not that she's lying. She can't, like, make a convincing check.
21.
She is absolutely telling the truth. She rolled a freaking natural 1. So, that is where I hope you can come into play. Because, as William's entourage, you might be interested in a vision that I had not too long ago.
Is this about our future?
It might be.
Is that why the cards are all scattered beforehand?
You're dealing with 5 people,
Just
4 people, and then
Just
Bill.
continue. Ignore those.
If they don't want to listen, they can cover their ears.
She goes over and grabs this burner, sets it down, and fire starts, and she tosses some incense into it, and the room fills with smoke and incense,
What is
almost
that
like a
smell?
lavender. You guys start to relax.
Is this why the house keeps moving?
No.
Just close your eyes, Pasha. Just close your eyes.
Then she goes over to this little, like, jewelry case off to the side and unlocks it and pulls out this thread of energy and comes over and tosses it into the burner. Well, close your eyes. Let us
It's a bit dark when I close my eyes.
re-see the vision.
I can hold your hand.
It won't help.
I can give you a cookie.
It won't help.
Oh. I can give you a.
How do you sleep with my eyes open?
Okay.
That's an unsettling thought. Yeah,
I thought the foot was weird.
And the big nightlight by your bed.
Well, that's my glowy stone.
Probably
And-
grandma.
Grandma.
It's a torch. There's several torches in my room.
Okay, anyway.
He's scared of the dark if you didn't realize.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this will be a good enough one. Okay, she had to get the song right.
Now you can play your music.
Yes. Okay, so you all close your minds. Close your eyes.
That was done before.
I already did that.
Been there.
But you guys close your eyes and breathe in the incense
Do I have to?
if you want to breathe. But as you're
Fishing me.
very, very slowly, like very rarely does she really actually need to breathe.
You're half undead.
Yes, half undead. Which means you still need to eat. You just don't have to eat as often. So your guys' bodies become extremely light. And you almost feel like you're about to pass out. And then all of a sudden you hear a sound like shattering glass. And you guys startle awake, but you're no longer in your seats. You are in a very dark room, lit blue by the moon behind you.
I'm gonna check and make sure I'm
Yes, you look,
Okay.
and your fur is there. Yeah.
I don't know, I just, had a feeling that I'd suddenly wake up and be Galen or something.
Oh
Hey, I'm kind
no! Man, I'm hot.
I mean, there was that Scooby-Doo episode where they all ended up in other people's bodies.
I'm perfect now.
Right.
I get this.
So, you guys look around this room. You don't really recognize it. Like, it seems vaguely familiar, but at the same time, not really, because everything is kind of blurry inside of this vision. Even with your dark vision, those of you who have it, which is should just be about everybody.
Not him. But he's afraid of the dark.
Well,
Yeah, so skilled from
oh,
instead of because he's afraid of the dark, so it doesn't make sense for him to have dark vision.
well, yes, he's afraid of the dark. So if he could take skilled as a half breed, because with half breed you can either choose dark vision or skill. So he can take the skill thing. Okay, but
Yes. I have dark vision.
yes, even with your dark vision, you can't see very far. You know what? I wrote this so that I could read it. So, you find yourself standing in a ruined room, shards of broken glass crunching beneath your feet. A gaping window looms behind you, its jagged edges illuminated by a blue flickering light outside. Through the window, you see a surreal and chaotic scene. A raccoon riding atop an armadillo. Both creatures seemingly infused with an aura of determination, darting through the shadows below. You seen that? Look, it's us!
I don't want to see it. My eyes. It's too dark.
I'll draw it for you, little girl.
As you guys watch them disappear into the night, the image shifts as smoke envelops you.
Oh, what shape was the window, by the way?
The window?
Just square?
It's just a big square window. The room vanishes and replaced by an open graveyard under a storm-darkened sky. Raindrops fall like needles, chilling the air. The casket intricately carved and dripping with mud is lowered into a yawning grave. The mourners are indistinct shadows, faceless figures watching in silence. One figure at the edge of the crowd stands out. William, cloaked, hooded, and face obscured. As you struggle to focus, the graveyard dissolves into a swirling mist. Suddenly, you're back in the ruined room, but the air is now suffocating with dread. You see the seer lying on the floor before you. Her breath shallow, her eyes wide with fear. Standing over her is William, his face pale and gaunt, his eyes blazing with an unnatural light. He holds a gun aimed directly at her heart. A lower voice distorts and echoes, filling your ears. It's unclear who it belongs to. The words are chilling. You should have stayed dead, but the game has only just begun.
I think there's something about this lady we need to know.
The vision ends abruptly, throwing you back into the dim room of the seer.
So, okay, from that, what is your past with William? Like, what kind of connection or communication have you ever had with him? How well did you know him?
You could say I knew him very well.
Elaborate on that.
Make a convincing check.
I'm gonna make a history check.
With advantage. You can make a history check. What did you get?
I got a 16.
16?
Convincing. With advantage. 18.
18? Okay. Roll for that one. Gosh. Roll this dice. Nope. Okay, so. As you've been around town, you heard faint rumors of William seeing the seer every once in a while, but that's about all you've known about it.
So now I'm asking her
Now
to
you
elaborate.
ask to elaborate, and she sits there for a second. I'd rather not talk about William, his death and all, and the vision
Cookie.
about William is very unsettling.
I agree, and that's why I would like to know the history, because I feel like that could play into this. I feel like it's an important piece, despite your desire to not talk about it. Without it, we're missing a huge puzzle.
Bit of
piece.
context,
She waves her hand, and this piece of chalk comes off of the desk and draws a large circle around you. And then her eyes flash, and you watch as faint lines come off of the chalk all the way to the ceiling.
Are we in prison?
No. Now nobody can hear us from the outside. If you were to pass that line, you would not be able to hear us.
I thought you said that if anyone passes gas, will
Your
be
hand
gone.
doesn't have an ear, Poncho.
But if we pass the line,
Snap your fingers.
You don't hear anything.
So if you need to yell, go over there.
So,
So he's over there playing Snap, and you're saying...
not many people know. But you could say we were a thing for several years. But he was very danger prone,
Yeah.
and I did not like the visions that I would see of his adventures. And so we had a mutual agreement to never see each other again. And then not too long ago, I foresaw that he would be ambushed and killed. But I couldn't get to him because you guys were gone. Until the night it happened.
did you see anything beyond that?
Terrible night.
Did who say anything?
Did
yet?
you see anything beyond
Oh.
that?
No. I just saw his death and his burial.
Two burials or two?
Just one burial. You can see like tears are like slowly dropping down her face, but she's just trying not to draw attention to them. So it doesn't make sense why he showed up in this vision that happened only a couple days ago. You two walked in, and I knew I needed to show you the vision. An armadillo and a raccoon.
We are pretty noticeable.
What it means, I do not know. I try not to give my foretelling.
An immovable force and a sneaky person.
I'm pretty sure. No, okay. I'm
Okay.
I'm just not gonna bother.
But she reaches into the burner and pulls it out, the little thread of magic, and puts it in a vial. This is for you guys to have.
How are
Can
we
I take it?
supposed to use
Yes.
it?
Put it in a bowl of water.
And then we can remember.
Then you can see it whenever you would like.
I'm going to roll perception to see if she's telling us everything. Do I have advantage on that?
That's insight, not perception.
Oh, okay, insight.
17. She seems like she's telling the truth.
You rolled something higher.
I rolled way higher. She is a seer. A very powerful seer.
Well, I know she's telling the truth, but is she telling me all the
You
truth?
can't tell.
Is there more to the story that she's trying to conceal?
You have no idea.
Well,
Well, one question before we drop this whole thingy.
Yes.
is there any reason to suspect that the Syndicate specifically wants you dead for anything besides William?
They shouldn't have known about us. But, I don't know why the Syndicate would want to kill me. I have, foreseen a lot of them. They will come to me on occasion.
They just seem like they'd have means.
So, I, myself, do not turn people away because, I need the business.
Makes sense.
So, I am a neutral party in this
Or at least you
world.
should be.
Yes. Guild members on both sides come to me, seeking answers. And I give them what I can. And this last week, it has only been death and misery.
Back to the death and misery. Not that I want to dwell on it, but was there anything about the circumstances in the visions that were similar?
Black shadows. Carrying out the deeds. That could be Syndicate, or it could be any one of you.
Is there a possibility that these shadows could be from other dimensions of the world, perhaps demons or spirits?
Looks at Saphira. Not likely demons. Not likely spirits. Just vague outlines. It's not often that I see people in a vision that aren't the main characters.
So, in other words, you're not sure, but it's not likely.
Not
Mind if we look at some things?
look at what things.
I don't know. To be perfectly honest.
Sparkly things. Sparkly, shiny things.
I would specifically be looking around the house and the yard for any, like, footprints, either badly or well covered up.
Okay.
But there's been a ton of people around the yard.
Yeah, but like someone who's obviously been trying to sneak in or scouting out a path to sneak in.
So kind of how Pacho would approach it.
No,
Okay.
like how Connie would
So
approach
I guess go out and make a perception check. What would you guys like to do? Connie gets up and just like kind of walks off, goes out the back door.
Crap.
I kind of have no idea where to start.
I got a 10.
A 10?
I rolled a 2.
Well, the only thing I can think of for starters is maybe getting one of our fortunes told and seeing if it gives us any clues.
Ooh, I volunteer.
I was thinking someone else.
You go out into the backyard and it's a well fenced off area. You don't see anything like super out of the ordinary, like people trying to sneak in. You do notice like small footprints, pretty small footprints, but that's all you notice.
Do we have any way of contacting William and asking about his side of his involvement in any of this?
No, you don't have any way of contacting him. And
Cut off all lines
he
with
said
us.
as much.
He also told us not to try.
Yes, he also told you not to try.
His piece was said, and from what I was
I really quickly will cast magic sight.
Magic sight?
Everything glows.
Basically.
Pretty much. So,
I don't.
you tie into your new training and your eyes glow. You notice shimmering lights all around you. I guess she's not in there. The seer is blinding, just absolutely blinding with magic. Mostly faith, but a little bit of arcane.
I have an idea.
Oh, and she's pretty blinding too. And then there's like a few trinkets and stuff around the room that you can see. Like the pool is shimmering a little bit, with some faith magic. Almost like a seer pool.
What if we have somebody meet with you? Somebody in one of the situations where they would likely... Someone who follows the pattern of everybody else who has had an issue this past week. And then we follow them home with their permission, obviously, watch them very closely, and basically bodyguard them to try and see who or what is trying to get to them.
Or we could just do one of us.
Connie bursts back in. I have seen nothing. I'm gonna go ask about the missing people, and goes back out.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
None
look.
of it.
I
hear nothing.
volunteer you, Galen,
I get up, I go out, and I start
because
looking.
I do not want to be that person.
Okay, so where are you headed?
I go look everywhere that she didn't.
Oh, so you go into the backyard to
A
investigate?
once over.
Okay, roll a perception check. Wow, that was a trip.
It was. It was a helpful trip. With my +1, a 19.
Ooh, 19. Here. So you start. Okay, so you look around and you do notice just random stuff. You notice a few just like casual footprints. It's nothing like people trying to break in.
Nothing
You take a
suspicious.
look at the back of the house. It's just it gives you a headache, but
It's sparkly.
nothing seems out of the ordinary. Seems like everything is just fine. What you do find that is weird is you find a couple toys.
I pick up the toys.
Okay, so you pick up the toys and they're just little kid toys.
Sweet.
Is one
Pocket and walk.
is one of them just the one like those two things that go because I
Probably
could
more
totally
like a handful of marbles or what is
Yeah,
yours.
they're more like little like carved like fish type
Oh,
thing.
okay.
I put them in my pocket and I go after Connie.
Okay. So you go back out and then you go back in and then go out the front door. Connie is with the watch.
Yes, that's
Okay.
tell my fortune then, I guess. It's the only thing I can think of that we haven't tried yet.
Well,
What
Let
did you
us-
say?
No arcane eyes randomly, man.
oh, you look around. No arcane eyes.
Okay, we're good.
She touches your hand and you watch this little thread go into the burner and she reignites it. You're okay with them seeing, right?
Fine.
Okay.
Wait, who all's in here?
You two.
You.
And Galen.
Okay.
Us two?
Yes, you two.
So you two have no idea what's going on.
No.
No, they have walked out. They tried to tell you guys what they were doing,
You didn't hear anything.
but you didn't hear anything.
Because they were on the opposite side of the line.
Yes. So
They put themselves.
you
on the-
guys start relaxing again, and then wake up to another crash.
Oh, no.
And you're standing in William's room. Glass everywhere. But you don't remember there being glass everywhere. When he was attacked.
Specifically, she doesn't remember.
Yes.
I don't either. I was
No,
not there.
you weren't there.
So this is the first time I'm seeing any of
Everybody
this.
make perception checks. That's in the room.
+8.
With advantage or just normal?
Just normal.
Oh, +10.
So
28.
Ooh, crap.
22.
16.
16th. Okay, you two notice.
Which
Um,
two?
Galen,
Not
Look,
you.
I've got the 20/20 vision over here.
Yes. So you guys are looking around his room. It is completely empty, other than the glass beneath your feet. It almost reminds you of the last vision. But as you look at the glass, not you, but as you guys look at the glass, you notice that depending on where you move, it's almost like those holographic cards that change depending on how you look at it. And you just see different faces in all of the large chunks of glass.
Wait, is this Galen's future that she's seeing, or that we're
Yes.
seeing?
Fortune.
It's his fortune. So it's things that are possibilities. Pretty much.
Because the future is not certain.
Yes. But as you look at them, you notice in the glass, you see William. And then you shift a little bit and you see William in his casket. And then you shift a little bit and you see William as a zombie. And then you shift over here and you see Otis. And you see Seekers. And you see several other people that you're very familiar with.
Who's Otis?
Ovis, not Otis. Ovis is her master. You see a lot of people that you are not familiar with, except for you do see Ovis and you do see a few of the people that you guys fought in the tavern that night. Before, during the fight, and then after the fight, as you guys brought all of them to Ovis. But it's almost just like this shifting of before death, during death, and then, or like really before, during death.
But I don't see the faces.
You don't see the faces. You look around, and this is William's room. And you look back, and the window isn't broken.
But there's still glass on the
But there's
floor.
still glass on the floor. And then the vision shifts. And you guys are at the funeral again.
Galen's funeral?
Not
Or-
Galen's.
I-
You don't know whose funeral. You just see rain coming
William.
down. And thunder going off as a casket. This time much more clear. You can see a Seer's symbol on the casket. You look around at where William was that time, and he's no longer there. You are shifted again into another room that is very lavish. You see blood on the carpet. Roll perception checks.
18.
18.
19.
19?
10.
Ouch. Nope. So, none of you have seen this room before. But it's very lavish. You can see a Seer's symbol
Alan,
on the bed. What?
fix this.
Tap.
Thank you.
Well, you can see the Seer's symbol on the bed. You two notice that there is a bullet hole in one of the walls. And then there's just a little bit of blood in that direction, almost like somebody was shot.
Do I recognize this room?
You have no idea what this
How
is.
big is the one?
Very small bullet hole.
Even a big bullet hole is only this
Yeah,
big.
only a big bullet hole is not coming.
I mean, I'm thinking like
No,
pinhole.
no, you can definitely see it, but
Big enough to kill you.
yes. And then it shifts again, and you guys are back in the room.
In the actual actual building where
Yeah.
Sparkle building.
In the actual Sparkle building. In the Seers home.
Well, Galen, that made absolutely no sense, but I am now terrified for your life.
No, I know exactly where to go next.
Mind filling me in?
I'll fill you in on the way.
Where are we going?
Please
We have
help me to get out of the predicament I am in. I don't know if you can, but I trust that William trained you all well.
I don't know how much this will help you, but at least I'm pretty sure I won't be falling under any misfortune caused by this vision. If I get into trouble, it'll probably be my own fault.
Well,
It tends to go that way.
it is very odd that the visions were so similar.
No, I don't think it's that odd.
So, whose vision was the string you showed us first?
It was just a vision that I saw,
Not for anybody in particular.
not for anybody in particular. Sometimes that happens.
Occupational.
Yes.
I'm not there.
You're not.
I'm pretty sure I know whose funeral that is, and anyways, we should probably go check out the murder scene.
Well, good luck to all of you. And if there is anything I can do, just let me know.
Will do.
We come barging in at that point.
Okay, we'll jump over to you guys first.
Apparently, we're leaving.
Wait.
Oh,
We're
okay.
jumping over to them. So, Connie gets there. What are you asking the Watcher and the City Watch?
I'm asking for all the grisly details of the murders and the
Okay.
disappearances.
Yes.
Since the lady is not helpful.
Nope.
So they go through and they're like, she is not allowed to tell you, but we can tell you everything.
Yep.
The three disappearances. Whoa! The three disappearances were merchants. Not super well-known merchants, but merchants nonetheless. And then the two murders, looks around, the City Watch like turn and just kind of walk off a little ways. One of them was the Seeker, like I told you earlier, and the other one was another merchant. Sadly, he was much more renowned. Had an entire fleet of stuff. That a lot of it went missing after his murder.
Okay, so he was both robbed and killed.
Yes, he was robbed and killed. According to his family, his vision foretold of ships going missing and a grave with no one visiting.
That's sad. He didn't happen to deal in textiles?
Yes, he did do a lot of
Okay,
textiles.
Cool. Interesting. Note.
And then the two people robbed were also several merchants, like a merchant caravan, and the other ones were some wandering watchers that were mugged, and their stuff was taken.
That's sad.
Luckily, they're all still alive. Not so luckily, they wandered into town half naked. So, yes. That is all the information we have. We are gathering more information as we speak. It has just not gotten to me. I am very low down on this
Yeah.
hierarchy.
So you're gonna say totem pole for a minute.
Yes, in the totem pole. I made a copy. Hand you all the pages.
Oh no, I will never see it.
I will give it to him
It is
now.
about at that time that Pacha comes wandering back into the front with you. So Pacha, what would you like to do now that you are there? You make it just in time to see Connie take a manila folder and put it in her bag.
Do you know what these are?
Who are you asking?
Everyone around me,
Oh.
and I'm just showing the toys.
The Watcher looks at them. They look like toys.
That's what I thought.
Can I don't know, insight check the door?
They're lying! No!
They're secretly full of poison.
You have to push the door, not pull the door. Or slide the door.
Knowing him, that could be true.
I can make a perception check.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt.
That's 20.
20?
A 21.
You look at them, and they are very, very nicely carved. One is a fish, and the other one is like a nice little bird.
Are they wood?
Yes, they're wood. They're stained. They're fairly well detailed.
Is there a maker's mark?
A maker's mark?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, no maker's mark.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask everyone if the toys were theirs.
You ask all of these grown adults if the toys are theirs, and they're just like,
No.
no, but those are very nice looking
They're pretty
figures.
Any of them lying?
Oh, inside check?
Yes!
Why are you looking at mine?
Hopefully you're smarter than me!
I'm still in your skill. What'd you get?
14.
14? It seems like they're telling the truth. They all are kind of like in awe of how nice they look.
Do any of them like shudder at all? Like, oh, that could be my like.
No,
kids?
like they completely look. They look at it and immediately just no, that's not mine.
That's enough.
Not even
You
my
can
kids
have
have
it, buddy.
something that nice.
You can have him, buddy. None of
Connie,
us are playing.
Have you seen anything like this before?
Where are you?
Outside the house.
I looked outside the house.
How
Was
did you
I
miss
blind?
those?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is there something shiny?
Are they shiny?
They're polished, so they're
For
decently
wood, they're shiny.
Yes, for wood they're pretty shiny.
It's not like sparkly.
It's about this time that you three walk out of the house.
Do we come out soon enough to see that Pacha is?
Yes, Pacha and Connie are standing there looking at this fish and bird, and just like, these are really nice.
Well,
and shiny.
I'm gonna do that, and then as I look up at the door.
I'm pretty sure the seer has a hidden child. We can just leave them back there. It's fine.
How did you know they were back there?
Pacha, you and Connie went wandering off by yourselves. I'm pretty sure you were snooping where you weren't supposed to.
Well, I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna ask the Watcher herself,
The
the
seer.
seer herself, and if she has a child.
If she has a child, make a convincing check.
Are you? I think you might have to convince him over here to let you go
Natural
in.
20 to put 23.
How is convincing gonna get?
Just to get the information out of her.
Because I go in with the toys, I'm like, you have a child! Tell me!
She looks at him, and you see her get a little bit worried and look back to the back door.
I immediately go to the back door without any hesitation.
She follows after you. No, please. No. Yes, there is a child. Nobody knows. Not even William knows.
Is it William's child?
You're not in there.
So,
Connie's
I
standing
just-
outside.
I don't bother interrogating people. I'm just like,
I already know.
Like-
Dot, 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 dot.
I can read that one like a book.
so with this child, is this your child and who else?
It's Williams.
Why are they with us?
Why aren't you with us?
The child, with us.
Because he's only a child.
How old?
Only a few years old.
baby.
Oh,
Was that her?
Yeah.
poor baby.
He never met his father.
You might want to clean up outside better.
He was supposed to stay well hidden. He's technically invisible,
Okay,
but his toys are not.
Connie's going to pick out the folder, reluctantly give them to Caitlin.
Thank you, Connie. We're making progress.
I have
Your
trained you
training
well.
is paying off.
What does the folder?
It's all the information on
about the
who went missing, who was stolen from, who died.
yes.
I also have a note. Textiles.
Just
No context.
written on it.
Just textiles.
Very good, Connie.
Very
good. I will
I'll pick out a cookie
quickly.
for myself.
I'll quickly read over the note and then pass it to
Good, Connie. Good job.
What is
Izzy?
this child's name?
Izzy.
The child?
It has a name, doesn't it?
Yes. His name is William.
William's child's name is William.
Yes.
WJ, William Jr.
Does
Yes.
he look like William?
You
No.
said he should just.
He
oh,
does
wait, I'm
not look
there.
like William.
Sorry.
But you have to keep this a secret.
Your secret is safe with me.
Oh dear.
10 seconds.
But Connie has cookies.
She
Connie
waves
doesn't know.
waves her hand. Make a mind save.
Jerk. Straight roll. 6.
6? No. You watch her for a second. You like kind of follow her hand, and then your mind just kind of blanks out, and you remember coming back into the house from outside, and you didn't find anything. Like that whole section is just gone. All you remember is going outside and then come back inside and talking to the seer as she just mind wipes you.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
You look down at your hands and there's no toys in there, but you could have sworn there was toys. Oh, those were probably just rocks.
Or cookies.
Or cookies. You know what? Connie has cookies.
Connie does have it.
she looks at you. It was nice meeting you, Pacha.
Oh, it was nice meeting you.
Good luck. She guides you, takes your gigantic armadillo arm and leads you to the door.
How did I
Opens
get
it
back
up
in here?
through the back door. And just leads you out and closes the door. And the 2 guards walk in and keep an eye on her as she slowly erases the chalk on the ground.
So Pacha, what did she say about the toys?
The what?
The toys.
What toys? They were rocks or maybe cookies.
I'm gonna go in now.
I'm gonna
No,
grab my
grab
sister's
Izzy's
arm and
arm.
lead her away.
Grab Pacha's arm.
Wait, guys, is this not weird to you?
With
No.
your magic sight,
I've read too many romance
as
novels.
it starts to fade, you look at Pacha as he's coming, and you just notice, like, just on his head, there's just like this really bright magic
it
glowing on his head.
Potter had his memories erased.
That probably means there was something really important in there.
Yes, there's a child. I
Wait.
already told you that.
You did not tell me
I
anything.
told Potter that there's a child inside.
Okay, Galen, I think
Wait.
we need to start questioning you.
Now I need to talk to her about the child.
No, Potter, I already talked to her about the child.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
You're
you
not
did.
supposed to know there's a child, Potter. No one's supposed to know. Judging by the fact.
Secret is safe with me.
The secret is safe.
Yes, I understand.
Just like William's secret. It's safe with me.
Is it?
You
I
guys
had to get
slowly
you
are
back.
just like walking off, and the watcher's just like, we are so doomed. We are so doomed. William, wherever you are, please watch them. I'm not a faith person, but there has to be something you can do for them. And just walks off.
Okay, so as we walk, I'm questioning Galen. So, okay,
Here's what
Galen,
I've-
what's the story?
Here's what I have pieced together. Based on context alone of toys in the back.
Those were cookies or a rock.
Whatever you
Okay.
say, Pancho.
Based on
Whatever.
cookies in the bag.
Can I have a piece of paper?
I will hand her the envelope.
I'm gonna doodle on the back.
There, William and the seer had a child.
Shows doodle.
They broke it off before the child was born, so William didn't know he had a child.
Shows doodle again.
That's basically the story. Where we're going is to the Seeker's home to see the murder scene.
Wait, this Seeker's already dead.
Yes. So I want to see his murder scene.
Before anybody else discovers that he's dead?
No, he's already. Everyone already knows. Well, the guild knows
guild-
he's dead.
Yeah,
Oh, this is that Seeker. Wait, so is this the funeral in the vision?
No
I'm
idea.
assuming it's the funeral in the vision. Yes. William will probably be there. Will we see him? No.
We better not.
Because he'll be dressed in black.
No,
he just said
because
that
he's
he
just William and that good. But he didn't know the Seeker quite well, so he'll probably be there. If he wasn't the person that killed the Seeker in the first place. Which is my other theory. And I would like to see the bullets. And run them by the bullets that are left over at the house.
Wait, so the Seeker was shot.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's what the vision showed.
And why would William kill the Seeker?
He was the mole.
Infiltrating?
Does she always ask this many questions?
Yes.
Yes,
Holy
she is the
cow.
Inquisitor.
Because she's the clueless one. She has to ask the questions.
Okay.
She thinks
I just piece things together without asking questions.
My brain just doesn't work like that. But I think this is starting to make a little bit more sense. So we're going to a random dude's house to see a dead guy on the floor with a bullet.
No,
Well,
the
he's-
body's probably already
he's probably
been
not
moved.
on the floor.
But we will go
We
to
might be able to
his-
go see.
Yes, we will go see the...
I don't know if I want to.
The body at the morgue.
We'll go see whatever we can find.
Okay, I'm following you.
And do our Seeker business.
So, you guys get to the house. It's a very lavish house, as all Seekers are very well paid.
Assuming we know where it is.
Yeah.
Wait, does the child play a major part in this
No.
story?
No.
The child... Basically, the child doesn't exist. Okay? We're just gonna pretend we never mentioned the child. I shouldn't have said it.
Just like
Honestly-
William's dead.
William's dead and there's no child. Moving on. Let's go.
Okay, we're going to a dead guy's house.
Okay, we'll go to the dead guy's house. Easy enough to find directions. You guys have all the information you need.
I read a map once.
Yes, you get there, and there are several City Watch there as well. They see you, and they're just like, "Do you know?"
I do know.
Holds up.
Opens the door and lets you guys in. But you guys are led to
Wait, how long ago was this guy killed?
literally
That
the
moment.
last night. Like they found his body that morning.
Okay, continue.
While we're outside, I want to do a perception check.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Just any points of entry.
Points of entry? Okay.
Obvious lockpicking signs or whatever.
Okay.
And that perception would be a 17.
17. You look around, there's a lot of windows. Make an Arcana check.
That is a 11.
11? Okay. You know this. You look at them, and you notice every window and every door has several arcane locks on them. Like, this is an
Seems excessive.
extremely secure home.
Yeah.
She's also tired.
It is very late.
Yes. I'm going to end very soon. But you guys are led in, and you get to the room, and as soon as you walk through the door, broken window, glass.
Does this look like
scattered
the vision room?
everywhere?
With
This
the
looks
bullet hole through the wall?
Exactly like the vision room.
Wow. Deja
You
vu.
see several people over there kind of
Except
like
you
scrubbing the
didn't see
carpet
vision, right?
to get the blood out.
First one, right?
Wait, is this the first?
It's very similar to the first one,
But it's not the one she saw.
but it's not the one you saw.
Okay.
I would like to. Okay, where's the bullet?
Just so there's the bed, and then on the opposite wall there's the bullet hole by a desk.
For some reason, I
Okay,
thought
which? So basically, if I were to shoot that wall, where would I have to be standing?
Pretty much like on the outside of the window. Like if you were just like hanging on the window, you could literally shoot
Is
through
this
the window. That's what I thought.
A first
Okay.
floor room.
No, it's a second floor.
Shot through the window, hit the man, falls dead. Okay. Has the body been spoken with?
Huh?
The dead body?
Yeah.
No, it
Magic,
has
remember?
not.
Oh yeah.
But that wouldn't be a bad idea.
I
but-
want to know if he saw his killer.
Well, from the looks of it, it looks, you know what? Follow us. They lead you to an exam room within his own home.
Makes sense.
He has,
Home visits.
yes. There is a table with a body on it with a sheet over it. But they uncover it and you can see, in the guy's head, you can see the exit on his forehead.
Shot through the back of the head. That's fine. I have a way for seeing what might have happened.
Okay.
Didn't see his killer.
So,
I would like to go back to the bedroom.
Okay.
I'm following.
You go back to the bedroom.
I'm just following you around like a puppy dog because I'm a little bit clueless because Galen's like putting all these pieces together. I'm like, I didn't know these were pieces in the first place.
Wait, this was a puzzle? I thought this was breakfast.
Okay, let's see. I've never
I'm
used
gonna
this
look out the
spell.
window at nearby buildings.
Okay, you look out the window and there are several buildings fairly close. Most of them are 2-story. This is a very nice part of town. Just a couple blocks away from the guild hall itself.
What is the estimated time of death?
We are not entirely sure. You can make a medicine check.
I should have taken that other one for that.
Right. Do you have any spells to speak with that?
Let me check.
17?
I don't, but I eventually
17?
will probably pick one up
Yes.
because it would be smart.
You look at him based on like bloating and rigor mortis.
He's gonna explode.
Right. You would guess within probably the last 20 or so hours.
Can I narrow it
I'm
down
running
to
out of
like a
time.
6-hour or 4-hour window by chance?
Huh?
Can I narrow it down to a 6 or 4-hour window? Possibly?
Probably pretty late into the night. So closer to like 10, 11, 12 at night.
Okay,
Guess. Dimension.
I'm going to touch the bed and use it as my anchor
Okay.
as I cast Echoes of the Past.
Okay.
And
What
I-
does it look like as these echoes appear? They're like a
Wait,
a
actually no.
mist or
Is the
spirit.
bed 10 feet from the window? I'm guessing so.
Yes.
Probably not that
Yes.
massive. a room.
No, it's not that big of a room. It's a big room, but it's not that big.
I'm trying to figure out if it replays just in my mind or not.
No, it just replays in the area.
Okay. Basically, I just picture it as like a bunch of mist. No, actually, you know what? It'll look kind of similar to the way that slag looks. when
If
it
I'm in the
appears.
room, can I see this or
Yes,
can only he
you
see
can see
it?
it.
Basically, like
Some molten metal.
not quite metal, but kind of looks like ooze just starts forming as time like super fast forwards back 24 hours, and then I start replaying it forward until
Okay.
it gets to the point when he's starting to look like he's going to be in the position for being
Okay.
shot.
Kind
So-
of like you're in a black hole, things are going in reverse.
So you guys are all standing in this
That's how
room
I
as he
did it.
touches the bed, and this like almost like mercury, is that the
Yeah.
liquid metal, just like comes off the bed, and then humanoids form and they start moving and fast forward. You guys see a body on the ground. Well, technically in reverse you would see a body being brought in, set on the ground, and then everybody leaving, and then you see the body eventually stand up as a little piece of metal comes out of the wall and towards the window, and the window reforms, and then it all just stops.
I would like to then walk over to the window
Okay,
and look out the window.
you look out the window and you
And I'm already
see
there.
this figure all of a sudden just appear next to the window, almost as if he came into the area
Right.
from somewhere else, and he just like grabs on to the like the ledge. There's like some ornate like bricks that he can grab onto, and you watch him leaning close to the window, and the mouth moves a couple times, and you watch as the window stops shimmering, and then he holds up a pistol and fires it, and you watch as the
Wait, so this is
humanoid-
going forward now?
yes, you watch as the humanoid walks over to the desk and is looking at some papers on the desk as this piece of metal just goes straight through his head and he drops. And then you
defining
watch
features?
the humanoid. What?
Any defining features to that, or just the
Uh,
metal?
You. So picture like Metal Mario. Like you can tell it's Mario,
But mostly by outline.
but mostly by outline.
Yeah.
Like you look at it and it's like there's no like facial features other than like a nose and eye sockets.
This figure out the window,
All of the metal
All of them.
figures.
so we can't recognize who it is.
Looks
from
like
this.
a humanoid in a dark cloak, pretty much. Like
Look, I've ever sitting under there. Bro.
yeah,
No.
It sounds like the bullet could possibly still be lodged in that wall.
Yes.
but that is what happens. You replay that, and then all of the mercury just disappears,
So,
and the window is all on the floor.
Well, that doesn't help us a whole lot.
other than we know the approximate shape of the weapon.
Yes, it was a pistol.
Well, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we could have figured that out from
I
the bullet.
Go look at the wall to see if I find the bullet.
Okay, easy enough. You know where it is. You look in there and grab some like tweezers and stuff and
Hey, that's my specialty. Can I help?
pull it out. It's way above your head.
Don't worry, I got it.
So you get the bullet out. And it's pretty pancaked.
What's left of it?
What's left of it? It's flowered or bloomed. What do they call it?
Mushroom.
Mushroomed. I was close. It's
Fruity
mushroom.
Farm
body.
plans.
Well, dang it. But yes, you have your mushroom bullet.
Can I tell anything about what,
It's made of metal.
what kind of bullet it might have been, or what kind of gun it could have been fired from? Is there any feature
It was
about it that I might
definitely
recognize?
fired from a pistol. You guys are working with like flintlocks, so it's like literally a ball.
A lead shot.
It's a lead shot.
Okay, so it wasn't a bullet; it was a slug.
It's it's the ancient time bullet. Yes, like you literally.
It was a round ball of lead.
Yes,
It was a slug.
They're still good bullets.
they're still called bullets. It would be a slug today, but back then, that's just their bullets.
So very undefining features.
Yes. Does she have Speak with Dead?
That's a level 4.
Oh, she doesn't have level 4.
Not yet.
Okay, never mind.
Eventually.
Yes.
She can summon a minor demon from it, though.
Not quite what we're looking for.
I can summon my doggy back.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's already back, but
So, is there anything you'd like to do before we end? One of the watchers will inform you that his funeral is in 2 days.
Sorry, I've been trying to figure out how I lost the question I was going to ask that one person. What else did we find?
Cliff Note version.
But he was shot in the back of the head through the window. Whoever did this was able to dispel the magic before shooting.
Which
And
also
when the person appeared in the replay, did it appear from coming at the window or climbing up?
It came almost as if from the other building,
Okay.
jumping to that building.
I would like to look at that building. What is it? Is it another house?
It's just
or-
like another house, almost like just a second-story house that just leads down and then is close enough that somebody could, with athletic abilities,
go upstairs.
not you per se, but somebody with a Pacha could easily go from that house to the other house.
Thanks.
Go upstairs.
So it's about 12 feet away.
It's
Upstairs,
it's about 10, 12 feet away.
Okay. Well,
Not yet. Go upstairs.
We will end there as you guys are investigating the murder of the Seeker.
Alright.
Get on that phone.
Yes.
yes.
So, thank you for joining us for this very mystery roleplay heavy, bombshell dropping,
Music
campaign.
intensifying.
Yeah, music intensifying. So yes, join us next time for most likely our isekai. But until then, adventure on. And listen to our music.
Yay!